Prince Harry's recent appearance on the Pat McAfee Show has ignited a new wave of public backlash, bringing into sharp focus the growing disillusionment with the Duke of Sussex and his wife, Meghan Markle. The appearance, marked by boos and heckles from the audience, underscored the deepening chasm between Harry and the public, particularly in light of his controversial insistence on being addressed as His Highness, despite stepping down from his royal duties in 2020. The public's ire was palpable as Harry, seemingly unfazed, held onto the royal title that many believe he has forfeited through his actions and decisions in recent years. This insistence on clinging to his former royal status, despite his departure from the official duties that once justified such a title, has been widely criticized as a slap in the face to the monarchy and the traditions it upholds. For many, Harry's demand for this recognition represents a profound disrespect for the institution he once served and a disconnect from the reality of his current position outside the working royals. This incident is just the latest in a series of controversies that have plagued Harry and Meghan since their departure from royal life. The couple, once celebrated for their fresh approach to royalty, has found themselves mired in scandal after scandal. Allegations of bullying, lavish spending, and a disregard for royal traditions have painted a picture of a couple increasingly out of touch with both their former roles and the public's expectations. The Netflix documentary Harry and Meghan only added fuel to the fire, with its perceived bias and attacks on the royal family drawing widespread criticism and further alienating the couple from the British public. The Netflix series, intended to tell their side of the story, was seen by many as a self-serving narrative that failed to hold the couple accountable for their actions. Instead of offering a balanced view, it seemed to many viewers to be an unabashed attempt to vindicate themselves at the expense of their family, a move that has not gone unnoticed by a public that had once been sympathetic to their plight. As the controversies mount, so too do the calls for Harry to sever his ties with the monarchy completely. Critics argue that if Harry is so eager to live a normal life, free from the burdens of royal duty, then he should do so without the trappings of the title that he insists on retaining. This growing sentiment is reflected in the increasingly vocal demands for Harry to relinquish his royal status entirely and to fully embrace the life he claims to want, a life devoid of royal privilege and all the expectations that come with it. Despite the mounting criticism, Harry has remained resolute in his stance, expressing a desire to reconcile with his family but showing little willingness to apologize for the actions that have brought him to this point. This refusal to acknowledge any fault on his part, coupled with his continued use of the His Highness title, only serves to deepen the rift between him and a public that once adored him. It raises the question of whether Harry truly understands the implications of his choices or whether he is so entrenched in his narrative that he cannot see the damage he is doing to both himself and the institution he once represented. As public patience wears thin, the once golden prince now finds himself at a crossroads, facing a choice that will define not just his future, but also his legacy. Will he continue to hold on to the remnants of his royal identity, or will he heed the calls to let go and chart a new course entirely independent of the monarchy? The answer, whatever it may be, will have profound implications not just for Harry, but for the royal family and the public's perception of them both.